Hey y'all, good morning. Hey, we're gonna have a great morning. Not going exercising, getting on my treadmill this morning because I got to keep my grandson until my daughter get home from school. So I go hit the treadmill later this afternoon. So y'all get that video later. But I am working on a new candle. I have to wait till all my other scents come in where I can finish up my flower garden. But I'm working on a new candle, and it is called a rainbow candle. And this is the first time I'm I'm making this candle. So I'm gonna take you along with me, but remember now, I'm not gonna show you my recipe. You know, I blend my scents, I'm not gonna show you my recipe. But we're gonna make this rainbow candle, and I think I got everything out. I think I don't have my colors, but we got to make these colors. Right here. Oh, I forgot. I put the colors over here. And I was told, since this is the spring and summer, I should do some pastel colors. Now we gonna work with this pastel color, okay? But I am going to get my phone next to me, which my grandson has my iPhone. My iPhone works better than that Android phone. So I might have to switch phones with him. But we're gonna wick, and it's gonna go into these square jars. I just have a little bit of wax, so we're gonna practice with what I have. And these labels, sticky, would go on bottom. The wicks, they are from Virginia Counter Supply. They works a lot better than the yellow ones. Come on, that yellow sheet people get from Amazon. I will be ordering from these, and they sticks. Once you put them down, you can't move them. So I am trying the new wicks right here from Counter Supply. Counter Supply, so hope you can see it. But these some new wicks I am trying in these jars. When I get ready to make some candles, I still have a lot of wicks that I done repurposed, and I'm going to use them. And I'm gonna do double wick. See, this is the reason why I don't like listen to music on the website. Matter of fact, I may just turn this off, because I have to leave my camera. Let me just turn it off. I have to leave the camera too much. So then I'm gonna have to go back in and edit. I'm learning how to edit. And I'd like to thank all of you who have comment, like, and subscribe. And I like the ones, and I like to thank all of you who have not subscribed, who just been watching my videos. That plays a big part too. With my jars here. Put this camera down where you can see it. And I do have my colors here. So I'm going to whip 2 jars. With the second jar. Then if these work good, I'll go back in Counter Science and order some more. And I will be putting uploading 2 of the flower gardens on my website as soon as I take some pictures. Which I will do that hopefully this weekend, which I have to remake my hibiscus one, but I still can use it as a photo. It's because it's a good photo. But then again, I may not, because it's not where I want to be. Probably just going to before I put that in it and try to water down some. And we're going to try this. I need to light this candle. It's back in. Came up with this idea about making a rainbow candle. I don't know why I came up with the idea, but I said I want something new. They want me to do the pastels colors, but I have to blend to make pastels colors, and that is kind of hard. But I will try. And and I did, my Dextrum did come in. So we're gonna unbox it, but not this morning. It's gonna be on another day. First, I'm gonna see how this blood sugar does before I put it on it. And I'm gonna finish burning this hibiscus candle. This is all I got in there. And I'm gonna finish burning it on out. It's a good candle. It's a very good candle. And excuse me again, my grandson got this candle. Okay, I am sorry. I keep leaving the camera. My grandson listening to his program, and I don't want YouTube to cite me for it. So we're gonna do a little testing here. See what color is what. Okay, I know I'm gonna do the blue and the red and all that. Okay, we're gonna see what color this is. This looks like a blue. We're gonna put it on the. Oh, a little drop on here. This looks like a dark blue. Let's see what this is. I don't want a dark blue. So when you get colors like that, you gotta put more wax in it to lift that, where it can become a pastel blue. And this red, I got the yellow side. I ain't got to worry about that. I got a brown. I have to make colors. And this is a lime green. This one is a lime green. See, when you get wax like this, you have to, let me see, it's going to be red. I want to do it pink. So by this being red, I want it to be pink. I have to put a little bit more wax to bring it up to be a pink. So that's the reason why I'm just going to do one candle at a time. And this is a honey green. In order to get that green up, you got to put more wax in it. So we're going to start at the bottom. And I do have some wax right here I need to melt down. So I'll melt this down. And I'm going to melt all this wax, but I have to pour it in layers. I can't do it all one time. I'll melt all of it, but I'm going to have to pour it in layers. And once I pour it in layers, and then I can add the wax to it. So my first color is going to be green. Okay, my first color is going to be green. That's my first color. And okay, that's my first color. My first color is going to be green. But they want a pastel green. So therefore, I will have to add a little bit more wax to get a pastel green. And I have a brown, so I'm going to have to order some more colors. And I get all my colors and dyes from Candle Science. That's the reason why I said when I get ready to make colored soaps, I'll have to get my color from Soapy Crafty or something like that. Either Bomber Bear, who specialize nothing but soap colors. And I would have to make a special area just for my soap area. So I got a spot for it, and I got my tall table in that area. And I was going to make that area, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm flipping the camera around. Okay. See where the tall table, the two cabinets are? The tall table, see if I can enlarge it. I don't know if I can enlarge it. I don't think so. But the tall table in the middle is supposed to be that's supposed to be my packing area. But in order for me to make a soap area, I will put it there or I will put it there. So I'm trying to get to this area this week to organize this area because I only have limited space. But I'm doing good because I got more space than a lot of candle makers and a lot more space than a lot of people have. A lot of people just in a one bedroom and they trying to make their business and they on top of each other. Their stuff is on top of everything. But I thank God for the area I have. And I'm not complaining at all. I can make do what's do. If I got to move something back to my bedroom, and which I will, because I'm going to go back there today and I'm organized. Because I'm bringing the sewing machine out, y'all. Bringing the sewing machine out because I got to get my stuff ready. Um, this is my wax right here, in here, but I would not be using this glass jar because it is too hot. Let me warm this up, and we can go from there. And we're going to do a little bit of testing here. Now, I love hunter green. Hunter green is my color. I love hunter green. They call it a money green. I love that hunter green. It is beautiful. Beautiful color. And I am going to use that hunter green, but I'm going to have to tone it down a lot because they want me to do a spring rainbow. So I can get that spring rainbow, we in business. And I am using my cocoa apricot wax that that I had left over. And because you know I don't practice with my cocoa apricot wax, I go get me some Freedom from Hobby Lobby and practice with that. There's nothing wrong with Freedom. Freedom have made a lot of candle makers rich now. There's nothing wrong with Freedom. I personally don't care for Freedom in my candles, but I will go and get me some Freedom to practice with. You know, I don't have no problems. I did a lot of my wax melts with Freedom wax because it did do what it does, but it just left a only thing I didn't like about my wax melts, and that's one reason why I redid my wax melt. It left like a shadow, like a little white, whatever, film on top of my wax melts, and I didn't like that. So I am going to use another brand. So I'm going to have to go to Virginia Candle Supply, because they have those different types of wax that I like. And I never tried it before. But I am going to order just a small one, just like I did the natural soil wax for my flower garden, for my flower pot. And there have been, okay, here we go. Let's put it down. Let's put it down where you can see. Okay, here we go. Here's the hunter green, and I had another type of green. That's a yellow. I had another type of green. I have a lime green. So let's try this lime green. Let's see what color that. And I'm just gonna put one drop. Let's see what color that comes out to be. Let's see what color this lime green will turn out to be. And I also got to get my scent. I ain't got my scent yet to put in it. So let me do this. Alright, I'm gonna have to put my camera on pause for a minute. I don't know how to pause it. Let me see if I know how to pause it and I can pick back up. Okay, I'm back. I thought I was going to be able to pick up where I started, but I'm going to have to. All right, now I have measured out my fragrance oil, and I'm going to have to warm my wax up a little bit more because my daughter came in and I had to stop with her. Warm it up a little bit. Well, we can get this on the road. So that green, it came out to be, I got to stir it back up again, but it came out when I wiped it off in a napkin. Yeah, it came out to this type of green. I don't know if you can see it or not. So that might be the pastel green. And I just got like a third of an ounce of fragrance oil because I got to put the fragrance oil in each layer. So what I do, once once all the wax get melted, then I will pour all the fragrance oil in one wax. Um, this was just a little bit I had in this container, and I want to use this first. Get my thermometer here and see what it says. I always take my temperature. I don't care what wax I'm using. Always taking my temperature. It's not up. It's still a little low, so because once you pour it into the fragrance oil, it'll bring it down. So I got to bring the heat back up a little. Then we're gonna let that set for about an hour. Then we'll come back and pour. But I gotta make sure it's good and set. See, it takes a long time to make a rainbow candle because you got to do it in layers. It's not like a regular candle. You got to do it in layers. So that bottom piece have to be completely gel tight. Like nothing can get through it. So that is the reason why I'm doing one part this morning. And later today, I'll say about 8:30, I'll come back online and we'll do the second part. You can't do a rainbow candle in one day. You really can, but you need to let it, make sure it's hard. Stick that little fork down in it. Get you a toothpick and poke down in it to make sure it's hard. Now if it's hard, once you put that toothpick in it, then you know it is good. But you cannot make a rainbow candle in one day. Don't let nobody fool you and tell you can, because you can't. It's up to 120. Bring it up just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It's up to 120. I got to get it a little hot. Nope, you cannot. Because I've been watching some videos out there, and it said you cannot. It said it takes a whole day, really, to make a rainbow candle. And that's one candle. Now, you can pour, like I have 2 jars right here. I can pour 2 jars at the same time. If you're going to make your rainbow candle, you get your series of jars out. Go ahead and wick them, and then pour all your jars, your base, all your jars at the same time. You're going to do whatever color you're going to start with. See, like I'm starting with the lime green, but I want like a pastel green. I don't know. It may come out lime green, but it'll be all right. It's just my first candle. So I got to learn how to make these colors, or I have to see if Candle Science carry pastel colors, because pastel colors are hard to make. So I might as well turn this wax off over here. Let's see what it is now. Up. Make sure. Stir it up. Got a little bit too hot. We're at 135, so it'll be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my fragrance in. It's at 135. Go ahead and pull my little bit of fragrance in right here. It'll be all right. Stir it a little bit. Down for a minute. Go back.
Eat a snack?
What kind of? Here. Go back. Go back.
Yeah.
Go back.
No.
Lacey! See what this temperature says. It's still kind of hot. Yeah, that's the reason why it's real hot. Gotta let that cool down some. It's too hot. Let that cool down. I was wondering why it was smoking. Have to pour a little bit more. I got my wax a little bit too hot. So I'm gonna have to let it cool a little bit. Let it cool. It'll cool down. I just had to put a little bit more fragrance oil in. It got a little bit too hot. Whew. You can smell it. Good. Let it cool down a little bit. It's cool down. You have to keep stirring it to let it cool down. Pour it in a cold pitcher, cool down real quick. Cold pitcher, bring it on down. Get your wax too hot, just pour it in a cold pitcher. It'll bring it down. Temperature is down. That's the reason why I don't like not to turn this wax off, because I can't make but one color at a time. Yeah, see, it's coming on down. It's 191. So I have to keep on. Once you put it in that cold pot, it'll bring that temperature down. And I'm gonna put another half an ounce of fragrance oil. I got my fragrance oil measured out, but I made a little bit too much. I forgot I was doing the layer. I need to put a little bit, but once my wax over there get ready, and which is ready, I can just pour all of it in that wax. But I'm not gonna do it but a little bit at a time. See what this temperature is now. Yeah, see, it done came down. See, if you wax, one thing I have learned from another candle maker, they said if your wax is too hot, just give it time to cool. Or if you have another cold pot that's clean, Go ahead and pour it over in there. It'll be all right. So now I'll set this right here. And now I'm going to pour the rest of this scent in here. Can't give you my recipe now. I know y'all waiting on me to give you my recipe, but I can't give you my recipe. I'm sorry. I am sorry I can't give you my recipe. Okay, I'm sorry, because I don't mind letting you see my techniques, what I'm doing. And if I'm doing something wrong, you can correct me. But I cannot give you my recipe because I don't want you to copy my recipe. I want you to make your own scent. And I want you to blend your own scent and make something personal of your own instead of copying it. So I'm not gonna copy. I'm not gonna let you see my recipe. I'm sorry about that, but I will. You know, we can go through the techniques and see how it's gonna work. And I have learned that from another content creator, and I want this is I didn't want it. I want it sit on it. Well, I can use that one that way, and I can use this one this way. I wanted to do something different here. I here don't have but one of those, but I can put some up underneath it and prop it up. Well, I done started that one, so because I wanted to lean over like that, but I done started. I done started now. So see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to make a little creation here, bring it a little bit closer. Trying to make a little creation. So because I want it a certain way. And that's how I want it. I think I poured too much in there. And I'm going to pour this right here. That's and we're going to let this sit. We're going to let this sit. And we're going to come back to this because it got to sit. I'm gonna keep this up, but I ain't worried about it. It'll work out. See what I'm saying? It'll work. I'm gonna put this one on this one. We're gonna do two different kinds. So we can't put no more. We can't do nothing else to this. Let you bring it out a little bit more. Can't do nothing else to this until it get hard. So it just won't be ready until about, it probably won't be ready till about 9, I'm saying about 9 o'clock this morning. It probably won't be ready, I'm pick this back up. It probably won't be ready till about 9 o'clock this morning. So this is really, it's gonna be a series with this rainbow candle, and we're gonna work through it, and we're gonna walk through it, and we're gonna make this rainbow candle. And I know we can't do it all in one day. That I know we can't do. But we're gonna make as many colors as we can. But it's gonna take at least 3. I'm gonna say about 2 to 3 hours for that wax to get hard. And I am using cocoa apricot wax. So cocoa apricot wax don't take long to form like those other waxes. Now, when I use that soy wax for my garden, and I'm still using that soy wax for my garden because I already did 2. but I got to redo my hibiscus. But I already did two. And I use all natural soy wax. That's a Titanic wax. Very expensive wax. And it don't gel fast like the cocoa apricot wax. So I will use that, and it says good for tarts. So I do wax melts, and I do other things, and I had to order some more because I got to finish up my collection here. But I will be using a lot of that. Remember I told you I will use Freedom soy wax, but I'm going to find a better soy wax to use in my candles. Because certain candle jars, you cannot use cocoa apricot wax because it won't separate from the jar. It won't separate. You see some of those candles, and you go to Dollar Tree, you will see it. You see a lot of those candles separating from the jar. You're going to pull it up by the wick because they got the wrong wax in that jar. So I don't want my candles like that. I want my candles all the way around smooth. And when you light it, it burns so smooth. That's the reason why I'm taking my time to do what I need to do and do it correctly. That's the reason why I have chosen a tester. It's very important to get a tester. To you, that candle may be fine to you, but somebody outside, it may not be. So I had found me a tester, and that's the reason why I have me a tester to test my candles who have burned candles for years, who have bought candles for years, and know what they're looking for in a candle. And that tester will let you know. It's just like my hibiscus candles. Perfect. Burn perfect. You can see it burned perfect. All the way down smooth. But she told me to redo it because I had put some cocoa oil in it. And she said it's taken away from the scent. So I got to redo that whole collection right there. That whole set. That cost me money to redo, but hey, I'd rather have my candles perfect and do it the right way. So it's sitting over there in the corner. You may can see it. I moved it off of this shelf because when I put it on that shelf, it's ready for me to get ready to label and ready for me to box up like I did the little 2 ounces in those boxes. But when it goes to this shelf, it's not ready yet. So I'm just gonna put them down. I'm using myself. I can get the wax out of them and reuse my containers. I can do that. I can do them, melt down and pull the wax off of them and reuse my containers. But I can do that. But it's very important for you to have a tester. Very important. I have learned that over the 3 years I've been making candles. People say, "Oh yeah, they smell good. They look," but they're not, and they're messing up your business. And I don't want my business name messed up. I work too hard to get my business where it's at. So, but it's very important. If you don't have a tester outside of your business, find you a tester. And matter of fact, don't get a family member to be a tester. Get you a stranger, that's somebody you don't know, and have them to test it. And get a person who have always purchased candles, purchased soaps for decades. Everybody go to Bath and Body Works and purchase candles all day long. But you know what? Bath and Body Works have some messed up candles in there too. But they still stick that price on there, $30 and $40. And we still buy them. I don't want that. If I decide today or tomorrow to open me a little storefront, all my candles going to be made by me. I'm not letting nobody come in my store to make no candles for me. I'm making my own. I would do whatever I need to do to make my own. That's the reason why I say I want everything handmade. I can't make everything handmade, but I can learn. But like I told you, that body soap that you put on your skin, I can't make that. That costs a lot of chemistry. My brain bust up over some accounting, and I'm working on my accounting class, and it busts my brain. So just imagine that chemistry. Then you talking you making soap? No, 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 no. That body soap and that all that other stuff. I'm making do a little other stuff that I don't want to do that. I'd rather just order our house and make contact with a person who actually specializes in that. I can make regular bar soap, and that's what I'm working on, making regular bar soap. But making body wash, that's a lot of chemistry there. A lot. I just want my line to stay simple and easy for me to work with, not for somebody else to work with. And I don't want my name out there. Like I said, start doing a lot of sewing. I'm gonna bring my sewing machine out today, and I'm gonna do a recording and let y'all see me do a little sewing. And I'm starting making some book sleeves and stuff like that. So I make simple stuff. I don't make the extraordinary stuff that costs a lot of time and money, energy, and I don't have that. I have time, but I don't want to go that large. I want my business large enough where I can live and I can maintain. Because remember, this is my part-time job after I leave the workforce. And I got to get my business where I need it to be, where I could be able to have that extra income. I don't want to go back on nobody else's job. I want to work for myself. And it takes time. So I'm doing this now. I got how many years before I retire? 4 years? But will it be 3 years? So I'm doing what I got to do to take care of me. And this will be my part-time job. This is what this is. And we're going to work and work and work. And you too, you're going to help me work. And you're going to keep me focused. YouTube, I love you. And I'd like to thank the subscribers who already have subscribed and the new subscribers who's joining my group have subscribed. And all the viewers, whether you subscribe or not, I still thank you. Because without you, it wouldn't be me. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. On Sundays, I do go live. And I'm going to start doing a Q&A, which is a question and answer. Send me a question, and I can answer to the best of my ability. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build my channel to grow. Right now I have 140. No, I got 144. I forgot. I got 2 new subscribers. Thank you, subscribers. And again, I'd like to thank all of you for subscribing. And my website is up. I think it's a box there. You can put your email address. I have to go back out there and check. But put your email address. And I will let you know when my new podcast is coming out and what I'm working on and what markets I'm going to be at. And not only that, hey, I may send you email back, a random email. Say, hey, this is Miss Lady of Elegance Collections. And if you don't mind, send me your address, P.O. Box address or whatever. I have a special gift for you. And you can email me back or call me, text me, and let me know that you got that email and what your name is, because I'm going to get your name from your email once you go on my email list. So I'm trying to build my email list as well. But I got to sit down and do the official email, because right now it's still up on these Lady of Elegance candles. So I got to do the official email for the Lady of Elegance collections. So we're going to go from there. So thank you, and you have a great morning, and I will be back. Y'all want to look at this candle one more time? I will be back later today. You see how that candle forming? That's that cocoa apricot wax. It's forming fast. So by 8:30, 9 o'clock, I will be back again to get ready for the second layer. Okay? Have a great morning. I'll see you again in the next blog when we get ready to pour the second layer of this rainbow candle. Bye-bye. Have a great morning. Hey y'all, it's been a long day and I am super, super tired. I've been working on my um, rainbow flower and can't do too much recording because my grandson is here with me. So I couldn't record everything I want from the rainbow flower for y'all to see me. This rainbow flower is a lot of work. When I say it's a lot of work, it is a lot of work. This rainbow flower is a lot of work. And I'm going to flip my camera around and show you what I am talking about. Okay, I'm going to flip this camera around because I had to pull out another jar, and it is so much work. But one thing I have learned, see, this is the decorated one, that when you are doing this rainbow candle, you got to make sure you got the equal amount of wax in each layer, because see how thin that purple layer is, and see how much room I got in the top layer. See that purple layer right there? See that purple layer? I don't have that much room to put a pink there. So I'm supposed to put some pink there, so I got to wait till it's finished gel. But now in this candle here, I don't know. I probably won't have much room to put the white on the top. Cause this candle, cause see how much green I got right there? I should have had less green. See how much green I got right there? I should have had less green. This is a trial error. This is a learning error here, and it just trial and error. Just trial and error. But I will do it again when I get some more wax. I'll probably do it more when I get the freedom wax. This was just some wax I had left over. See how much blue? So next time I know when I get ready to do it again to pour less. Make sure I have the same amount of wax in each container. And I'm going to have to melt that wax in the microwave. I still can melt it on the stove. You see, I still have a little bit of wax left because that's supposed to be on the top, the white. But it will not be on the top. See, I had to pull out another jar. See that jar right there? I had to pull out another jar because look how much pink I got. Because when you start blending, one thing I have learned, when you start blending, and that is not a pastel purple and a pastel yellow, you have to make sure you got enough of white to put in those colors. Because when you start blending those colors and you want pastel, it takes a lot of wax, a lot of white wax. And, you know, they don't tell you all that in the video when you be watching. You know, they just don't tell you that. They just don't tell you that it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And when I do it the next time, I'll make sure I don't know if I'm going to go with the Liberty candle jar. I may go with the Liberty candle jar because it will look prettier in the Liberty candle jar and look good in the square jar. But I think I'm putting the Liberty candle jar next time. But you got to make sure you got a lot of regular clear wax, because it takes a lot when you're doing those pastels colors and you blend in colors. Now if you're doing just the regular green, the regular blue, the regular yellow, the yellow regular pink, the regular purple, and just the white, this is easy. But it still take all day long for that candle to solidify, because you got to wait till each section solidify in order to pour the next layer. I've been working all morning on this candle, and I have done two, and I have found my Liberty candle in the cabinet, and I'm using that to pour some more wax on top, because I'm just experiment. This experiment. This is nothing I'm putting online yet, because I have not perfected yet. But I am going to get some more jars, and I'm going to get the Liberty candle with the lid. And you know you can buy the big Liberty candles also. So that Liberty candle is a 10.5 ounces. And I can get a 12.5 ounces Liberty candle, or 14. I can get that size, but I have to go to another vendor to get the 14. But yes, it takes a lot of wax to make a rainbow candle. And I have seen them make it in different jars, different vessels. You know, I love the elegant vessels, and it came out beautiful. But I will not put it in another square jar. I will do a round jar. Beautiful, but it is a lot of work. When I say a lot of work, it's a lot of work, because you got to wait until you get wait till that layer solidifies. So in between that I've been editing and learning how to edit anyway. Now I think I still got stuff in there, but I've been editing my videos and posting my videos and scheduling my videos. So I got videos scheduled all the way out to May. I have not known I made so many videos, but that is good, because I ain't got to worry about. I just got to worry about posting every day. I was told to post one video a day, so I am trying to make some shorts in between that with the with me making this rainbow. And I'm trying, y'all. I really am. So, and then I want to work on my sewing today. So I probably get to my sewing a little bit later, because right now I am tired. You see, I'm still in my PJs, because I got in the mood of working, and I forgot I had the PJs on. So I'm gonna change clothes and take me a little break. Because I've been going strong ever since really 5 o'clock this morning. And because when something come on my mind, I just jump up and do it. Don't think twice. When that came while I was sleeping to make a rainbow candle, I got up and I said, I'll make a rainbow candle. So it's nothing wrong with that, because that may be something else to help your line to grow. And I am going to make this rainbow candle again in the pastel colors, but I'll make sure I have enough for wax. But I just like the regular colors to me. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm going to make it, and we're going to go from there, and I'm going to get some. And I could have got some Freedom Wax yesterday. My son would have bought it for me. But I had done went over his budget that he gave me to go to Costco with to buy my groceries for the week or for the month. And you know, you get large quantities at Costco. So, and I didn't want to spend no more of his money, but I am very blessed to have a son like that. But I will make me another candle. I will, and I'm go ahead and order me some. After I finish up my flower garden, then I jump back on the rainbow candle. But I got to finish up the flower garden first. Can't spend money until I finish up the flower garden in my journal. I have not worked on that journal none today. I said I was going to work on it today. I have not. Because I have classwork to finish up, to do. And I won't do that until probably later this afternoon. Listen to B. Watts and Sports Talk with B. Watts. Be listening to him. And then I may just, Tony Talk Vesta may come on because they had a big news conference on Cleveland Browns football team with Todd Monken. So I will be doing my classwork then because it's not hard. I started it, but I'm not finished with it. And get that out the way. But you got to. I am doing so many things. And I'm glad I had this week off because I got to read chapter 6, my chapter 6. And how did you talk to chapter 7? I got to do some reading for my classwork, spend a little bit of time on that. Bring out my sewing machine, and I may have some things already made. I know I have some things already cut. I just got to sew them. And I got to see by getting this, by getting my bobbin and stuff working right with my sewing machine. I think everything's down here, down low right here. I think that's where everything is. I got so many things I wanted to do to bring to my line. I just got to sample it out. And it's going to take me a minute, like I said, to get everything down. Everything I want. It's going to take me a minute to get everything the way I want. But it'll pay off in the end. It'll all pay off in the end. Something here. I got containers everywhere. I've been looking for some of the candle people that be coming on during the fall. See, this is one thing I made. This is a little pouch. I made a little pouch. That's a little pouch I made. I hope you can see it. I made that. And see, this is some of the things I'm going to make. And this might be something I may put in my cosmetic bag. I got the lining in it. See? Yeah. So I may make this and make one of these and put it in my cosmetic bag. So, and go back with that noise. Come on. Go back with that noise. And this is something else. Go back with that noise, Lucas. This is something else I had made. I was just practicing. And I think I gave, now this is a large one I had made. Now I've been practicing sewing. Thought I had y'all hear that noise? That's my grandson with his program. He waits till I get online and then he wants to. And this is something else I made. This is like a Kindle sleeve. I made a Kindle sleeve and I got it fully lined. And this is another like a little book sleeve. I got that fully lined. And I made a Bible cover. You know, this is, you can carry it as a Bible cover or just a little bag. I made that and I got that fully lined. And this is my Bible cover. I made two of these and I got to retouch that. But I made two of these and I gave one of them to my coworker last year, and that's fully lined. So these are the things I'm gonna be making and bringing to my line, and they're not ready yet, but it will be. As soon as I get my candles and all that stuff down like I want to, I will have that. My flower garden. I'm do my flower garden. Once I finish my flower garden, then I'll start on my sewing, and then I will come back to my rainbow candle. And I got lots of little material here to practice with, and this is something I want to put in the bags. So I probably will do this first. Um, this is the Lady of Elegance collections. And this is the reason why I had to change my name, because I want to bring other things to my line. Um, Not only that, but this is my part-time job, and I'm trying to build my business. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back later with a complete candle. Soon as that purple finishes solidifying in that pastel rainbow. And once that finishes, and then I can put supposed to be a pink, a pastel pink, but it's nowhere close to a pastel pink. This thing is still too red. So I think I got some pastel pink. But this is what I'm working on, and I've been practicing, and I need, I'm thinking about buying me a new sewing machine. That's what I'm thinking about, buying me a new sewing machine. If I buy me a new sewing machine, I will be in business. I got a singler, but I have to see how that, and it works fine. I just have a problem with the bottom and the tension on my singler. So when I get ready to pull that out a little bit later, you will see that. All right, you have a great and pleasant day. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Lady of Elegance Collection. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is Miss Catherine, and with the Lady of Elegance Collections. And girl, whew, I worked on it. It is 5:40. I've been working on this calendar ever since 5 o'clock this morning. And I told you, it is not an easy process of making a rainbow candle. So whoever told you that lie, they lied. You got to, each color have to solidify. You got to give each color at least 4 hours. At least 4 hours to be solid. Because if you don't, I'm going to show you why I messed up on one. You got to give each color at least 4 hours to make a rainbow candle. And not only that, I just had a little bit of cocoa apricot wax. I just wanted to experiment. And this is this experiment candle. When you making pastel colors and you got to blend colors to make certain colors, make sure you have plenty of, I can show you this. Make sure you have plenty of these measuring cups. If you got to go to the dollar store, make sure you have plenty, at least 6. At least 6. This is with some leftover wax, because I was practicing trying to get that pastel pink, and I don't think I got the pastel pink. I don't know. We'll see in a few. But I know now that I will be going to the Dollar Tree. I will be getting me 6 containers, 6 of those measuring cups. That's glass right there. I will be getting me 6 of them. If I got to get glass from Walmart or I order them, it doesn't matter. You need 6 because you got to put color in each one of those jars, or else you're gonna be wiping out, wiping out, wiping out, wiping out, and you might mislead some residue of the color in there, and then you're gonna mess it up. So that's the first thing I have learned. Second thing, I am going to make sure I measure my wax. I did not measure my wax. I just poured some wax in a jar, in the jar, and I said, oh, this will work. This will work. It didn't work like that. Because you got to keep pouring wax. If you're making pastel colors, you got to keep pouring wax, the white wax, on top of the colored wax, where it can become a pastel color. I learned that. So I will make sure I will measure my wax. Now, when you do your wax, your color, you make sure you have liquid dye. That you get your dye from Candle Science, Virginia Candle Supply, Flaming Candle, Hive and Honey. You make sure you go to the candle place and get your liquid dye. Do not use a chip. Chip is too porous. It's just too much. I use the liquid dye. And you can't use but one drop of each color. Like I had to make a pastel purple. I didn't get that pastel purple because I didn't have enough white. But I did get some purple. I used one drop of red and one drop of blue to make that purple. But you got to pour your wax on top of that, stir it, test it out, keep pouring some more. Just pour just a little bit, because you have a container full of wax and you don't know what to do with it. I had to find jars to put all the leftover wax in. I got a jar now. I can show you right here. Let me pull it. Well, matter of fact, I can. This is a jar right here. This is a jar. One of my candle jars. I had to go in the cabinet and pull this jar down. I had to clean this jar out. So, and which this is a gold jar, so you ain't gonna see the colors like you want to, but you can see the pink, the yellow, the purple, and the white. And I had a lot of pink, which I just showed you. I had a lot of pink left over. Okay, so that rainbow candle is a butt kicker. And when you do your rainbow candles, anybody, and I have learned this myself, I know the next time I get ready to do my rainbow candles, I'll make a decision on what vessels I'm going to use. I just used the square jars because I had them here. I just used a Liberty jar because I had it here. I just had one, but my square jars, I had bought those. I was going to make something in those, and I changed my mind. So that's the only reason why I had the square jars. But I think I'm going to use my Liberty jars. I have to order from Candle Science because they do come with the lid. I believe in getting the lids. If I got to go to another glass company and get them, I'll get the lids. But let me flip this camera around where you can see the finished product here. Okay. Let me see, I have to. This is the finished product. That is the finished product. That is, now, if you see the candle on the left, you see how thin that yellow is right there? It's a pastel yellow, but it looks green. It looks green because I did not let it solidify like it should. Let me see if I can get it closer where you can see. I don't want to put my finger in the camera here. See if I can. Yeah. Okay. Now, you see this yellow right here? Got my finger. Okay. Got my finger. See my finger right here? See this yellow? That's supposed to be a pastel yellow, but it looked green. Okay, you see how thin that purple is? Because I put too much green at the bottom and too much blue at the bottom. And when I got to the top, I didn't have enough space to put the pink. But I did end up getting some white there. And if you look at the decorative candle right here, I had too much blue. And you turn it around, and too much green. And I was able to get some purple. I was able to get some pink. And I was able to get some yellow. And I got some white. Now, this is the Liberty candle, which I'm going to take a picture and put it as a short. Not going to label it right now because I got to label it. But this is my practice rainbow candle. But I know what to do the next time I get ready to make it. This is my, this is the Liberty candle right here. See how much purple I got right there? See how much pink I got right there? See how much yellow I got right there? And see how much purple I got right there again. I should just fill it all the way up with yellow and left the purple because I already had purple. Then I got a little bit of white. But see, that's where you practice at. When you start practicing, you'll see your mistakes before you put it out there on the market. So when I send that candle to my tester, that's the first thing she's going to tell me. Look at the spacing, what you did there. And I used everything. I didn't put no coconut oil, no nothing in my wax. I used straight cocoa apricot wax. And I used my scents. Now, I'm not going to give you my recipe how I made my my rainbow candle. Can't give you my recipe because you might copy it. So you're going to have to go out there and find your own recipe or blend your scents yourself. I blend all my scents. And I blend it till I get it where I want it. So, therefore, I'm not going to give you none of my recipes. I think I gave you a couple of my recipes in the beginning of my videos, and I show you all my fragrance oil. I'm not going to do that anymore. I will show you, when I get fragrance oil, I will show you the bottle, but I will not show you the label. Because you're going to have to go out there and do your research on your own. I had to do it myself. And it's not easy putting a candle line together. Right now I'm still waiting on to finish up my 6 spring candles. But in order to do that, I gotta get some money. So once I get my funds in, which I get some in, God has blessed me this far, He'll continue. Because I got to get my truck fixed. I don't know what's wrong with that, so I got to take that to the dump. But that's my trash right there. I got all my boxes I got from Costco. I got to take it out. So that's what that is right there. And I'm going to stand right there where you can't see it. But making a rainbow candle is not easy. It took me 10 hours to make a rainbow candle. And when I make just one candle, it only takes me 45 minutes. So when I make a collection of candles, it'll take me about 2 to 3 hours because I'm making 6. I'm making more. So I'm making a total of 36 candles. Okay? But when you make a rainbow candle, it takes you 10 hours. So that's when you pour your rainbow, you make sure you have all your vessels there. You make sure you have, I don't know how many colors you want in your rainbow candle, but you make sure you have at least 6. Go to the Dollar Tree and get you at least 6 plastic containers, plastic measuring cups, the big ones, not the small ones, the big ones. But I just showed you, either Walmart, get the glass ones. You know, I do the glass, I do the plastic, I do whatever helps me. And I am so glad that y'all have patience with me on this candle journey because I'm still learning. I've only been in business for 3 years. And this is the first time I ever continuous making candles and trying to get my business together. This is the first year I have been working on my candle line all year long. All year. It's now, what's this month? April? I've been working 4 solid months. I normally do candles just around holiday time and be done with it. But this is my business, and this is what I want to do when I retire. So I want to have my own line. I want a candle line. I want a soap line. I want to make, the little bags I show you. I want to make the cosmetic bags. I want to make pencil bags. I want to make book sleeves. I want to make um, what's that? Laptop sleeves. I want to make Kindle sleeves. I want to make stickers. I want to make. I have not finished up my journal yet, but I got to finish up my journal, which I can finish that up this weekend and send it, because everything's online. They can tell you how much it's gonna cost for a sample copy, and I get that paid. So I can finish that up this weekend. This is my business, and I want my product to go to your home beautiful. And when you receive it, you can give me a nice compliment. That's the reason why I work so hard on my website. And I got on my guy again. I'm like, website not working on online. So if y'all go out there and look at my website and you can't pull the Lady of Elegance collections, let me know. Go through YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel as well. Go through YouTube and see if you can pull it through the YouTube channel. Because he said by it being new, I got a new domain, it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. But thank you. I got to go hit this gym, y'all. I got to change these clothes and go hit the gym and come back and take me a nice hot shower. And then I got class work to do, which ain't gonna take me long. But thank y'all for working with me all day. Y'all been with me all day and seeing the end of this product. And thank you. Let me show you this again. This is my beautiful. Let me do it this way. You can see the yellow. Oh boy. You can see all the colors. You can see them. Well, I thought you could see all the colors. Yeah. You can see the green, the yellow, the blue. Well, it was a little hot right there. And this is the rainbow. The green, the yellow, and the blue. Let me show you this one. And here's the second one. The purple, the pink, the yellow, the purple, and the white. This is the second rainbow candle. And the third rainbow candle, you can see the green, the blue, the yellow, the purple, the pink, and the white. You can see it all in this candle. So it's a job. And this was another candle. It is in a gold jar, but you still can see the color. It's pink, yellow, purple, and white. And this, and all of them is double wick. All of them is double wick. I have to show you. Well, you've seen the other ones. But thank you so much for listening to me and walk this journey with me, the Lady of Elegance Collections. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank y'all. Thank the ones who have subscribed. And I thank the new subscribers who have came on board with me with this journey. And I thank the ones who have not subscribed yet. But y'all will subscribe sooner or later. And thank all my viewers. Thank all the viewers. If you have not subscribed, or not, but you viewed my channel. And thank you too. Because without you, I couldn't do it without you. I got 8,000 viewers. And I thank God for that. And give myself a hand, and I give you a hand too, and I give you a hug, YouTube. So I got to get ready to go to the gym, do my workout today. And not only that, come back and do some class work and listen to a little bit of Tony Talk, that stuff. I missed B. Watts last night, so I'll probably have two things going on at the same time, see who talking about what. I think last night B. Watts had Uncle Steve by himself, and Tony talks. Best of, she's by herself. She got her own audience by herself. She'll call you up if you want to come up and help her talk about that football. So, hey, that lady know her stuff. I tell you that. I wish I had all them brains like that and know that football. So, and she know about Colorado Buffalo and Cleveland Browns, and we gonna see what's gonna go on with Shedeur Sanders. Now, if they don't make Shedeur Sanders QB1, I am not. I will cancel that subscription when it gets close to the time to buy it. Before I buy it, they got to make it. If I buy it and he have not make it, I will cancel that subscription. I'm telling you right now. I will cancel ESPN2 and the NFL, because I will not tolerate that foolishness, how they treat that young man. That young man work hard. But I don't think Todd Monken is going to let them mistreat him like that no more. But anyway, hey, I got to stay focused over here. Lady of Elegance Collections. And I need y'all help. And I need some subscribers. Hey, thank you for working with me. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Hey, y'all. I'm back. I am back. I finally finished up this rainbow candle. I told you it takes all day long to make a rainbow candle. It actually takes about 10 hours. And I am going to show you what it looked like. And whew, it took 10 hours to make a rainbow candle. And I did get the pastel colors. One of them, I don't think the yellow was good and solidified good, because it turned green. But I did get a yellow, just a straight yellow line in one of them. And I made three. I made three different ones because I had so much wax left. I know the next time when I make a pastel candle, I only have just a tiny bit of cocoa apricot wax left. I only had just a little. And I was just trying to use it, and that's how I test it out and see how it do with the rainbow. I want to make a rainbow candle. Well, I made the rainbow candle. And I tell you, making that pastel purple, making that pastel pink, making that pastel yellow, I failed on that part. But you'll get to see it, because I'm going to flip the camera around where you can see it. That whipped my butt. But in between, while I was sitting and waiting for it to gel, I was editing some videos, some upcoming videos for my, for YouTube.